West Indies Cricket, Caribbean Cricket Podcast. West Indies Cricket, Caribbean Cricket Podcast.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Quick one here. You can see in the background, nothing was even ready. No hat on, nothing. Little quick one, little look back at day 2 of the test match between New Zealand, and West Indies. I'm on half the Caribbean Cricket Podcast, Machel St. Patrick Hewitt. Santoki is unavailable today. If we can all send our blessings, love and guidance to Santoki. There's been a bereavement in his wider family, so Santoki cannot be with us today. So we send our blessings to him and his family, and that they stay strong through this stressful time. So a little quick one. I'm not going to do a long one here, about 10-15 minutes. Obviously, for those who don't know, day 3 starts in 2.5 hours. So it's an early start, 9:30 start, which means it'll be a 2.5 hour session for day 3. So let's just go through the scorecard from day 2. I can't say now, actually, first things first, what I'll say is that loads of people during the live watch along for day 2, for the first session of day 2, were like, Mash, you said that West Indies would make 400. Mash, you said West Indies would make 400. Come on, man. Do you not know when? You must know by now when I'm just chatting fart and I'm just saying stuff for the sake of saying stuff. If you thought that when I said West Indies would make 400 that I was being serious, then I can't help you. At this point of West Indies cricket, my whole thing is this. I know that West Indies can't bat properly. Like, I've been knowing this. Like, by now, if you watch a Caribbean Cricket Podcast, you should be so used to me saying that we can't bat that you expect me to just say that. But what I've now decided to do is every time we talk about West Indies coming to bat, I'm just going to manifest that they're going to score runs. So one of the reasons why I said they're going to score 400 is because it's up to me to manifest greatness for these batters, because they can't do it themselves. We all need to start manifesting greatness. If we all say that they're going to score 400, they might start believing that they can score 400, because at this stage, no batting coach is going to help them, and there's no divine intervention going to come for them. So we have to manifest the greatness for them. So you lot need to join me and start manifesting. We can't, if we keep saying on Caribbean Cricket Podcast, and if people keep writing articles and going on podcasts saying these men can't bat, they're going to get bowled down for 120, they're going to get bowled down for 27, then these men will score 27. We have to start telling ourselves that these men can score 400. So hear me, right? Hear me. It don't matter what New Zealand score in their second innings, we're going to chase it down. Everyone join me and repeat after me. It doesn't matter what New Zealand score in the second innings, we're going to chase it down. We need to manifest the greatness into these men. We have to start manifesting. No more realistic or negative predictions. We have to manifest greatness. They can do it, guys. Come on. They can get there. All the people watching this on the burner phones, I believe in you. You can win this test match. I'm manifesting it for you. What are you saying, people? That's how I'm moving. That's how I'm moving from now on. That's how I'm moving. I've looked at everything that I've said and done on Caribbean Cricket Podcast, and the only thing that I've never done on Caribbean Cricket Podcast is manifest greatness and just lie to myself. It's time for me to change the script. It's time for me. It's time for me to turn into a Buddha. There's no such thing as time, right? We need to embrace God. We need to embrace love. We need to be still. I'm going to start practicing just being still. Forget talking for a minute. Let me just because I can't just manifest it. I can't just say these men can score the runs. I've got to be still and manifest it through my spirit and through my whole aura and my energy. Join me, people. Come now. Let's join. Wherever you are in the world right now watching this podcast, even if you're watching this on replay, join me. Join me right now. Just do after me. Watch now. Yeah. We're moving. We're really moving now. We're really moving. We're moving now. I feel at one. I see just there. I felt at one with God. I felt a true inner peace that I've never felt before. These men can do it. They can win this test match. We just have to start manifesting. Manifest the greatness, people. Come on, we can do this one. Right. So let's look at day 2. The thing is, right, so obviously those of you who are in the watch along with me, nothing surprised. Obviously, so what's his name? Was it Folks? He got laying down by Jaden Seal's early doors, and New Zealand's innings was over within 3 balls, right? So we came to bat. It was super overcast. Now, can I be honest though, people? Let's start engaging with the people in the chat. There's only 15 minutes left of this live. Let's start engaging with the people in the chat. Can I be real? Can I be real? New Zealand made 231 in overcast conditions where it's really difficult to bat, right? Those of you who actually watched the majority of the day, and particularly if you watched that first session with me in the watch along, there's another watch along tonight, by the way. I haven't posted it yet, but there'll be a watch along for the first session tonight. If you're watching that first session with me, when Matt Henry and Zach Folks bowled that new ball spell, the first 14, 15 overs or not, and stick with this, isn't me looking for an excuse, people. I'm actually being super real when I say this. They were getting that ball to hoop around so much. Now, let's be honest, people. If a ball is hooping as much as Zach Folks and Matt Henry were getting it to hoop, and this is before we even think about Nathan Smith and Jacob Duffy, could we realistically have expected West Indies to do any better than 167? Santoki said in the review show yesterday he didn't think we'd make more than 180 if conditions stayed the same. So hear me out, and this isn't copium. I'm being deadly serious. 167 was basically par for us. For us, realistically, if New Zealand made 231 in their own conditions, 167 was actually par, maybe 180. But people are going to say, oh, Mash, you're defending these men. But I'm actually being serious. 167 was literally just about what we should be getting if New Zealand made 231. Let me know in the comments if you agree with that, because I'm being deadly serious now. No banter, no joking, right? I actually think they were about, what, 10 runs short of par, for literally 10 runs short of the upper end of expectations in those conditions. Like, we know that we can't bat, right? Manifestation or no manifestation, we know that they can't bat. So getting 2 men to score 50 and scoring 167 was actually about par for this side. Anybody who watched the day 2 review, because the thing is, right, so people said to me after I posted that video of me batting like a dunce in the nets, right, for those of you who've watched it, loads of people sent me messages going, how can you comment on the cricket? You can't even play cricket yourself. Okay, cool. But check this out. And if I'm lying, I'm dying. Did I not say on the day 1 review show, day 2 review show, what day is this? Is it day? Yeah. What? Day 2? Yeah. Did I not say on the day 1 review show that there is an issue with having Chase and Graves at 5 and 6. If I'm lying, I'm dying. Did I not say that on yesterday's review show? I said there is an issue with having Chase and Graves at 5 and 6 because both of them are bowling all-rounders. And I said I'm not convinced you should have both those guys in the top 6 because I'm not convinced they can give you I'm not convinced you can rely on them for runs. Please, someone get in the comments and say it's true. Mash actually did say that. Did I not say that yesterday? Both men out for duck. And then men have the audacity to say to me, Mash, you can't play cricket, so you shouldn't comment on it. What you should be doing is listening to what I'm saying. Did I not say our tail is too long? Did I not say our tail starts at 8 and they're going to give us no runs? Did I not say that? I said we got 3 number 11s. What did our number 11s give us? 2 between the 3 of them. Did I not say that? So this is why when I'm watching stuff and I'm thinking, yeah, but I told you lot how it was going to go. That's why I'm saying it's par. You couldn't expect more from these men realistically. They actually just, all they did was do what I expected them to do. And in fact, Tage getting a 50 and Shea getting a 50 is more than I expected the team to do. So what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? Hopefully for the next test match, Sammy realizes that you have to put another batter in there because they're not going to drop Chase because he's the captain. They're not going to drop Graves because actually Graves' bowling in these type of conditions will work. So you don't need one of the inexperienced seamers. So already we already have enough evidence in my mind to go into the next test match with an extra batter and you drop one of the seamers. I already told people you shouldn't have Johan Lane and OJ Shields debuting, not debuting, but playing together. One of them man has to be dropped. So, and you bring in an extra batter. We still won't score many more runs, but you can't have your tail starting at 5. You cannot have a tail starting at 5. Speaking of which, I wrote an article today. I'm going to make it free to read on the Caribbean Cricket News website. Thank you to those people that have subscribed to Caribbean Cricket News. I've written some top tier articles on there, by the way. Obviously, not everyone subscribed because not everyone can afford to subscribe. But for those of you who have subscribed, big up yourselves, right? I wrote an article today that I'm going to make free on the website. I'm hoping to have enough time to post it before I go live for the watch along in 2 hours, but I'm not sure if I will do, right? Anyways, I've written an article on insularity in the Caribbean, and I've deliberately written some stuff that is going to get enough people upset. I don't business, but I'm just giving you a lot of spoiler now. It's worth a read. So when I drop that, I'm making it free to read. I will eventually put it behind the paywall, but for maybe 24 hours, 48 hours, I'll make it free to read. When I make that free to read, people, share that with everyone. Drop that into your WhatsApps. Drop that into your TikToks. Drop that into your Snapchats. Drop that into your Facebooks. Share it wide because people need to read it, right? But here's an example of what I'm talking about with the insularity. Let me come for the Guyanese. Let me come for the Guyanese people then. Do you remember, because it was the Guyanese who primarily said this, and who won't get vexed. Do you remember when the Guyanese fan base in particular were like, drop Josh Da Silva, drop Josh Da Silva. Tevin Imlach needs to get a goal. Tevin Imlach needs to get a goal. Tevin Imlach needs to get a goal. He's good behind the stumps. Who remembers me going on a show, a Caribbean Cricket Podcast episode, and saying, I don't care if Tevin Imlach's good behind the stumps. Can he make runs? Because the currency is runs, right? We've dropped Josh Da Silva. And this isn't me advocating for Josh Da Silva to come back. Don't get twisted. This is me using this as an example of how insularity is forever going to be the scourge of West Indies cricket, right? Whether Josh Da Silva was dropped on merit or not dropped on merit, whether Josh Da Silva should be back or not be back is irrelevant to me. But what I did say to people is this. Now we've dropped Josh, the metric for being a wicketkeeper in the West Indies team is you better average 24, right? That was always my thing. If you're going to bring Imlach, you have to judge him on the same metric that you're judging Josh. I don't care if he can wicket keep. You're not in the team just to wicket keep. You have to score runs, right? So far, and I'm still giving him that time. Don't get twisted. I'm not saying drop him. Like, I'm giving man time. I'm manifesting 7,000 runs for him, right? But the metric is runs. If Imlach's going to be in the team, he can't be giving me 14 and 6 and 7 and them things. He got to give me runs, because if we're dropping Josh because he couldn't make enough runs, then we have to hold Imlach to the same standards as well. He's not just in this team because he can catch. And this is why I hate the insularity thing. This is why when people call for their countryman to be in their team, I don't care where your countryman is from. I don't care about your country. I don't care about which countryman you're calling for. All I care about is there a validation for the person to be in the team, and can they do anything? I'm Jamaican. Did you see me defending OJ Shields' selection? No. I was the first one to pop off as a Jamaican and say, what's he doing in the squad, though? That don't make much sense to me. But some of you want to bring the insularity argument to bring in your countrymen, and it don't make no sense. Anyways, I dropped the article. Who won Get Vex, Get Vex. Tage and, let's talk about the positives. Tage and Shay, they did their thing. They took them there. And can I just point out, let's put this in perspective. The only Kiwi who made over 50 runs was Kane Williamson. And Kane Williamson is a great of the game. So let's not get this twisted, people. Tage and Shay's 50 is up there. You got to give them credit. We got to actually give them flowers. Kane Williamson made 52 and got bowled off a no ball. No other Kiwi made over 50. So let's put that Tage knock and that Tage batted time. I got no problem with Tage batting time. The same thing that you lot want to hate Craig Brathwaite for when Craig bats time. Obviously, Craig was down rotten in 2025 and 2024. But when Craig bats time, it makes a difference. If you have a man that can bat time and occupy the crease, you're at least giving yourself a fighting chance. These men actually batted more overs than New Zealand for 60 less runs. We bowled New Zealand out in 70 overs. West Indies actually batted 75 overs for 60 less runs. But I'm not mad at it. I'm actually not mad at it. Because if Tage, the whole point of having Tage in the side for me is he bats time. Tage did his job. Tage is super limited, you know, but he did his job. Tage faced 169 balls. Bukaki ting, right? He went balls deep, full Bukaki. Yeah, he did his job. And the rest, is up to the rest to bat around the grind ball master. But they didn't do that. Only Shay. And Shay's stomach and face was bent up, right? Shay's a sweet boy, good-looking guy. Shay had to wear sunglasses because his face was clapped. His face was clapped from the hay fever. Apparently he was having severe hay fever or something. His face was, that's the most clapped that Shay has probably looked in his whole life. And he still made 50. He still made 50. All these other men getting ducks and Shay's looking clapped, can't post a thirst trap picture, and he still made 50. What's the excuse for all the other men? Shay couldn't even see, cuz. He couldn't even see nothing, and he still made 50. So what was going on for everyone else? Ali Kafaneh's playing on a 7th stump line. Justin Gray's playing on a 6th stump line. You know the ball's moving. Too far. Yuck. Anyways, we're manifesting. We're manifesting greatness. So how did John Campbell get out again? Oh yeah, John Campbell nicked the first slip. Alec Athenay's played a wide one outside his off stump. Tage and Shay. How big was their partnership? Did they put on a 90-run partnership? Tage and Shay put on a 90-run partnership. So we were 100 for 2 at some stage, and then the collapse started. Shay's dismissal was soft, actually. Strangled one down the leg side, nicked his glove. Tage got, in fairness, Conway took a super catch off Tage. Roston, in fairness to Chase, he'd only faced 7 balls. I thought that was a good delivery from Matt Henry. There is obviously a big discussion to be had about Roston's contribution as captain. I think he's averaging 16 with the bat as captain and 42 with the ball. He's taking someone's space in the side, right? I don't know whose space he's taking, but he's taking someone's space at the moment. But Matt Henry's Matt Henry's delivery would have got out every single player in the team. So in fairness to Chase, I think that was a good delivery. Graves hung his bat out. What did Imlat do? Imlat reviewed something that was out. Can't remember if it hit his bat or glove, but Imlat reviewed something that he shouldn't have reviewed. Lane caught and bowled. Jaden Seals bowled down. Oh, did you see OJ Shields' dismissal? Right, OJ Shields' dismissal. If you've watched the video of me batting in the net, tell me the difference, please. Tell me the difference. Obviously, because OJ Shields is a teacher, he must have gone to the same training camp that I went to. I would have got out. The way that OJ Shields got out is the exact same way that I would have got out. OJ ran away from the stumps, you know. If anyone's not seen it, go watch OJ's dismissal. He actually ran away. The man, have you not seen it? He actually was running away from the ball, and it still hit his pads. It still hit his pads. It still hit his pads and deflected onto the stumps. I was laughing when I saw that, you know. Ah, boy. But I'm not even. The thing is, TC says that's disrespectful, but I swear he was running from it. I swear he was running. Was he not running? That's what I'm assuming. What else was he trying to do? Because he didn't hit it. Like his bat was nowhere near the ball, so I have to assume that. I assume that he was just running. So put me in at number 11, yes. So what are we saying, people? Let me go to some comments. What's left? About 2 more minutes left of this live. Over 200, just touching 200. Obviously, some people only just seen that I went live. TC was complaining the other day. I think it was her. She was complaining the other day that I never warn anyone that I'm doing lives. I'd give people about 10 minutes warning that I just put up a live and say I'm going live in 10 minutes. Yeah. Let's put up some comments before I go. Yeah, see, Fireball says Shields was scared. I don't blame him either. Who bowled him down? Duffy. Yeah, Duffy took a 5 for 17.4 overs, 5 for 30. Look at these. Look at the economy of all the Kiwi bowlers, right? Matt Henry, 22 overs, 3 for 43. Economy 1.9. Zach Folks, 18 overs, 2 for 32. Economy 1.7. Nathan Smith, 15 overs, none for 39. Economy 2.6. Jacob Duffy, 17.4 overs, 5 for 34. Economy 1.9. It's ridiculous. We basically couldn't score. And again, in defense of the players, most of them have never seen a ball move that much in their defense. Remember, right, for a lot of them, they struggle if the ball is moving in any capacity. Particularly Zach Folks and Matt Henry, they were getting the ball, and then Jacob Duffy at the back end. I think the majority of those players have never seen the ball move that much in their lives. John Campbell hasn't played in New Zealand before. Tage hasn't. Alec hasn't. In terms of Test match cricket, Justin Graves hasn't. Tevin Imlach hasn't. Johan Lane hasn't. Jaden went on tour as a young youth man when we were last in New Zealand, but he not played Test match cricket there. So 8 of our 11 players have never played a Test match in New Zealand before. In fact, I'm not even sure Shay has. The last time we were in New Zealand, I don't think Shay was in the side. So Shay might be on that list. I'll have to double check. I think Chase definitely did the last time, but was Shay in that side? Dowrich was in that side. Was Shay in that side? Shay might have been, actually. So at 8 of the 11 have never played a Test match in New Zealand before. And some people say, Mash, you shouldn't be defending, but I am defending because they've never seen the ball move like that before. I guarantee there's no amount. And remember, Bear of Them Man have just come from the Caribbean, right? The previous tour before this was Bangladesh, where the ball was rolling along the ground, and India, right? So there's literally been no legitimate like-for-like conditions prep that you can really. I know obviously they tried to prep them in Antigua, but the way that ball was moving, I was like, yeah, this is long. This is long for them. Like they're literally having to learn on the job in these type of overcast swinging conditions. And that's why I'm saying I'm not even disappointed with 167. That is, to me, par for what they were experiencing. So yeah. If anything, we should be happy that 2 players got 50. In fact, Shea and Tage getting 50s is already more 50s than you probably like. If you had said at the start of the test tour, 2 men are going to get 50s in across the 3 test matches, you would have been like, really? So we've already got 2 50s. A man might get 100 before this tour is over. So we'll see. Anyways, we have to remember that New Zealand did come back out to bat again, and they got to 32 without loss after 7 overs. So they currently lead by 96 runs. Realistically, unless the sun suddenly comes out and the pitch starts to flatten, realistically, this game is over. If we're being honest, if we're actually going to be honest, this game is over. But if it has stopped raining and if it's no longer overcast, and on day 4, let's say we bowl them out today, and on day 4 and 5 the sun comes out, then there is a 2.6% chance that we can win this test match and chase down whatever it is we have to chase down. But realistically, from the minute we made 167, this test match is now over. But we'll lock in. Listen, I'm going live in 2 hours. I'm going live in 2 hours to do the live watch along. I'm dropping the article on insularity, hopefully in the next 30 minutes or so. I've got to go and cook. So let me go do that as well. I ain't eating no food. So let me get onto that as well. Listen, people, I'm out of here, you know. Thank you for joining the watch along. 200 of you just reach. 200 of you just reach. That boy Dom's telling me to buy KFC. Nah, man, my blood pressure can't take it. Collectively, people, just before we go, one more time with feeling, let's manifest a test match win for the West Indies. I need everyone to breathe in, and then I need you to all exhale. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. You got to do this seriously. We have to manifest the greatness. Okay, just start to just bring some stuff into your nostrils. Slow it down. Slow the pace down. Arm motions to bring that air slowly into your system. Clasp them together. Bring them down slowly. And exhale. Just let your body feel weightless. And again, one more time. Inhale. And exhale. We're manifesting the victory. Namaste. Namaste. I'll see you all very, very soon. While live watch along 2 hours. See you then. I'll be Machel St. Patrick, one half Caribbean Cricket Podcast. Become a patron. Join the Caribbean Cricket Discord. And if you can't do that, like, share, subscribe. All of that. How raunchy.
West Indies Cricket, Caribbean Cricket Podcast.